Lindy hit his 100th home run as a Met, and they snapped their 4-game losing skid in Wednesday night's get-back or clap-back game against the A's. So let's talk all things Mets with Metsmerized contributor and author Mathias Altman-Kurosaki. Mathias, man, this team looked completely different in Wednesday night's W compared to the 4 L's before that. So first and foremost, thanks for hopping on. What was different about this team Wednesday night?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Brandon. They went 6 for 11 with runners in scoring position yesterday. That's the biggest difference. I mean, they were 4th for 33 in their previous 4 games, including an 0 for 16 stretch against Seattle. And Pete Alonso, I mean, he was in a 1 for 16 rut with 9 strikeouts in the previous 4 games. And yesterday he goes 4 for 4, the triple shy of the cycle, 3 RBIs. He looked like the Pete Alonso that we thought we'd see this year. So it's great when everyone is clicking, and Alonso, I think, is a big component of it.
Yeah, the energy was completely different last night as well. I was looking at SNY's Twitter feed, and there's a video showing the celebration from Jesse Winker, and both Francisco Lindor and Carlos Mendoza said that kind of set the tone. That celebration got the energy going and set the tone for the night. David Peterson also set the tone for the night from the mound as well. My man holds the lowest ERA in the Mets rotation. So how big has Peterson been for the squad, and do you think that the rest of the rotation can or need to match his energy and production for this team to be successful?
Well, I think what he does great is that he limits damage. I mean, that's been his biggest strength and what he's been most consistent at. You know, he gets 2 men on, but they're hitting under 150 with 2 men on base, and they haven't gotten a hit against him with the bases loaded. He's just been very, very consistent. You can rely on him to give you 5 or 6 innings, allow no more than 3 runs every time out. And also the offense shows up whenever he pitches. He's 7-1 for a reason. They've scored at least 6 runs in a lot of his outings.
Is it safe to say that David Peterson is this team's ace?
I don't know if I'd necessarily call him an ace just because he's only been pitching since May 29th this year, but he's definitely been a solid number 2 or number 3 behind Sean Manaea and Luis Severino this year.
All right, that win puts them at 4 games above 500. One more game against the A's to close this series out tonight. Give us your keys to a W.
Well, they need Jose Quintana to bounce back. He had 2 rough outings on that last road trip. He gave up 5 runs in 6 2/3 in his last outing, and they need to keep stringing together hits. That's, like I said earlier, that was the biggest reason that they won yesterday. They weren't really doing that on the road trip, even in the games that they won. So they need to keep doing that. And like I said, Quintana, he was great in the month of July. Can he get some of that magic back?
All right. Mathias, tell the people they can find you, man. Shout out the platform.
Yep. You can find me on Twitter at Mathias_A_K and on Instagram at Mathias_A_K0418. Got those underscores in for you.
Yeah, underscores and a lot of numbers, too. Ain't nobody hacking that profile.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you, Brandon.